वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधेतमस्तं विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। In the Ashtadhyayi, starting from the first chapter onwards, up to covering the full first chapter and the second chapter also. Second chapter complete first section and the second section. So the six sections. In the six sections you will find the Sanya Sutras. Mainly the Sanya Sutras will be there. In other places also it may be there. But in this six sections, almost all the Sanyas are covered. Okay, so you should know where to look for which sutra. That comes only by the knowledge of the location of the sutras. So these sections, second section, first chapter, this is direct starts the samasa vidhi. So first section, second section, you will see up to here. You will see the sutra, the Sanya Sutras, covering these six sections. Doesn't mean it is not there in other section. It may be there, but most of the Sanya Sutras are covered in this section, first chapter and second chapter, two sections. Then the second chapter, first section and second section, you will see Samasa Vidayaka Sutras, the sutras related to Samasa. Just a quick review of the whole Ashtadhyayi. In the third section of the second chapter, you will see Karaka and the Vibhaktis. Third section of the second chapter. So you should know where it is located. So you will see the Karaka related sutras, Karaka and Vibhakti. Karaka and then Vibhakti. Then the third chapter onwards, we know it's Pratyaya section 3, 4, 5. The whole third chapter, consisting of 4 sections, covers the Pratyayas. So many Pratyayas are there. pratyas, many are there. So, pratyas, tin pratyas, pratyas added to dhatus, san pratyaya, sananta pratyas. So, many pratyas are there. So, these pratyas added to dhatus are covered in the third chapter. And in the fourth chapter, the pratyas added to the pratipadikam. Pratipadikam could be a Kudanta Pratipadikam, or it could be a Taditanta, Taditantam Pratipadikam, or it could be a Samasa. Samasa also a Pratipadikam only. Two words combined together becoming one word. Samasyate, Samartha Padavidihi, Samasaha, that is also a Padam. That is also a Pratipadikam. And the Pratipadikam may take a Pratyaya, that depends. That is called Samasanta Pratyaya. So those pratyas are also covered in this fourth and fifth chapter. The pratyas added to the Pratipadikam. So that is why we saw the sutra, the Su Adishu Asarvanamastane Padam. Su Adishu means starting from this first pratyaya of this adhyaya, this chapter. Su Aujas Aujas 412. Su Adishu Asarvanamastane. In this this Asarvanamastane pratyaya, then Su Adishu Asarvanamastane gets Padasingha. So, pratyas added to Pratipadikam are here covered in this two chapter, that is 8th section. And Tadita starts from here 4176. Taditanta, Taditaha, Tadita pratyas. Tadita is another very big section. It has got a lot of pratyas. One of the important topic is Tadita. And it has got a number of pratyas. So many the rules are there that are related. And the samas are related also. Samas are related sutra, that is pratyaya. Samas are related pratyas. That is also covered in this, in the next chapter, that is fifth chapter, Samasantaha, 5468 sutra. Sutra is 5468, fifth chapter, the fourth section, to the end of that section. So, Samasanta pratyaya. So, in the fourth chapter, for the first 75 sutra, the pratyas are there. Swadishu pratyaya, Sri pratyaya, and then Tadita pratyaya starts. Then in the fifth chapter, fourth section, 5-4, Samasamanta starts. Samasantaha is Samasanta pratyaya. It is 5468. 5468. 5468. That is that. Fifth chapter, fourth section, 5468. Here it is Samasanta. But Samasanta is the Samasanta Pratyaya. Some Samasas will take some Pratyaya. Not all the Samasa. Touch Pratyaya. Then other so many Pratyayas are there. Touch Pratyaya. It goes up to the end. So 3, 4, 5 covers the Pratyayas. Then the sixth chapter, the beginning, it talks about the Dvitva Prakaram. It's called Dvitva. Duplication. Duplication you will see in the third Gana, Duvatyadigana, then in the Lit Lakara, and in the Sanan Pratyaya. So many places you will see. Today also we said Janganyamanaha. Duplication happens. Gam Gam becomes Jangam. So duplication related. And Samprasaranam related sutras are covered in the sixth chapter, first section. An important Adhikaya Samhitaya, which you know very well, 6172 to 158. This is an important Sanhita Adhikara. So all the Sanya, all the Sandhi related, the sutras are covered in this. This is one Sanhita Adhikara. Later one more is there in the 8.2 section, 8.2 last sutra, Sanhitayam also. This is Sanya, this is Sanhita related. Then six, I'm leaving it out. 6.4 you see, 6.4, because 6.2 and 6.4, 6.3 and all, some are related sutras are there. And all. Then 6.4 is very important Adhikara, and 6.3.111, starting from here. Lope Purvasya Dirgo Anaha 6.3.111. There you will see the Dirgatvam happening. Dirgatvam happening to the edge. That goes as Sarvati. That goes as Sarvati to 6.4.18. This is in 6.3, 6.4.111. To the next section, first 18 sutras. So all the Dirga related you can find here. Here also one more Adhika Samhitayam is there. So this is another place where Samhita you will see. One more Samhitayam. Samhitayam 63114. 61172. This is another 63114. 61172 and 63114. In another place also Samhitayam is there. This Samhita related sutras we will see later. Then 6.4.1 is Anga Adhikara. It's very important Adhikara. So 6.4.1 up to 7.4 end, 7th chapter, last section. All the Anga Karyas are covered in this 5 sections. It's another big Adhikara. It is big Adhikara. Pratyaya is one big Adhikara. Then the next big Adhikara is this Angasya. All the Anga related Karya Niyamas are covered in this section. So Anga Karya, because of the King Pratyaya, Arthak Pratyaya, Asu Pratyaya, everything is covered. Nakara, suppose it is Lopa Bhavati, that is also covered in this section. It's a very big section. So which section what covers, that we have to see depending on depending on the Pratyaya, Git Pratyaya, and also the Gita Pratyaya. So Angasya, just Anga Karya you can find in this section. And here another important sub Adhikara is Basya. This you can see Basya. Basya is another important Adhikara. The changes happening to Bha. Chibam. Remember that. Chibam. So that you will see here. Basya. The date is in 6.3. Sorry, 6. This in 6.4. 6.4. 129. 6.4.1 is Angasya. 6.4.129 is Basya. It goes as Anurti up to the end of this section. 6.4 section. 6.4, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4 Angasya. 6.4.129 to end of the 6.4 section. Basya Adhikara. All the changes happening to the Basya is covered. And this Anga Adhikara only you will see the changes happening to the Anga for the Dhatu or Pratipadikam. All the we are going to see the Lakara, the Lakara changes. Different Lakara, the Anga changes. That you will see what it is when you see the Lakara. And also the Pratipadikam. Pratipadika changes happening to the Anga. All those are covered. and Vikarantanga, Ajantanga, all those things. You'll see that in the this 6-4 to 7-4 end. Then comes the 8th chapter. 8th chapter, important sutras are this Adhikara Sutra, Padasya and Padat, 8-1. 8-1. And 8-2 is Purvatra Siddham, starting from here goes up to the end of the chapter, 8-4. All the Purvatra Siddha Sutras are covered here. 8-2, 8-2, 8-3, 8-4. This is the overview of the whole Ashtadhyaya. If you get into the individual topic, there you will see what sutra, where to look for the sutras. So, if you get into any particular topic, say samasa, then you know it is 2-1-2-2. If it is the anga adhikara, where the dirghatvam happens, then you know it is located in 6-4. 6-4-1, at least you know. 6-4-1 within a particular range of sutras, it is there. Dirghatvam happening. So that it is more specific. This is a bird's eye view. Further zoom it, you will see what it is. But a general knowledge of the location of the sutras, important. To begin with, it is important. Later, when we zoom into the individual section or individual particular topic, then you know where these sutras are located. Like if Samhita, you know, 6172, you go there and see 6172. All the Achandi related rules are there in 6172. And again here in the 8-2 section, Samhita is there. Samhita 8-2 section, last Sutra Samhitayam versus Anurti up to 8-4, 8-4-68. 8-4-68 is the last Sutra. So all the Sandhi rules are covered. What Sandhi? They are other than that Sandhi. Sandhi related to consonants, Sandhi related to Visarga, these are covered. Samhitayam, Adhikara. So this Samhitayam, Adhikara, in this section, the sutras which are there, they are Purvatra Siddha. So when it comes to Al Sandhi, Vyanjana Sandhi, then we have to follow the sutras in order because they are in Purvatra Asiddha section. So this is how these sutras are located. So now we are seeing the sutra in the sutras located in Tripadi. We are seeing the sutras which are located in the Tripadi. In the last class we saw the sutra Chokokuhu. Chokokuhu. Chokokuhu, it doesn't come under Samhitaya. Okay. Chokokuhu is a change happening to Chavarga letter. Then it is at the end of the Padam or followed by a Jal. That is Chokokuhu. Okay. This is not Samhita, not under Samhita Adhikara, because some people may think this is Samhita Adhikara, Samhitaya, Kutva Sandhi. It's not Kutva Sandhi, it's a Kutva rule, Kutva Vidhi, not Samhita Vidhi. Okay. So now we will see the next sutra. What is the next sutra after Chokokuhu? You can see that.
Hodaha.
List. Yeah. Hodaha is the next sutra. This is as I told, this is my list. I cover the sutras in this order because it has some connection. That's why I make the sutras in this order. When other sutras come, we can insert between the sutras. Then the number will change. Yes, the numbers are subject to change. It is not the same. The list is subject to change. The numbers will change. When we introduce some sutra, like the Sandhi chart, when it is updated, so we keep adding more. Similarly, this also. But here, the changes will be more. One sutra changes, means the number will change. That we have to do because now this list is being developed. The list also, it's a developing list. This is not final. We are starting from Akshara, A, A, I, I. Slowly, when we learn, other things we include. So this is to start with. The letter that's listed will be developed. When it develops other sutra, when other sutras come, then we have to insert them at the appropriate place. For example, in the previous sutras, it doesn't cover all the Sandhi rules. Samhitayam, Adhikara, other rules are there. Not all the rules are covered. Rules which are important are rules which we have seen are covered up to this 69. But other Samhita rules are there which are not covered. When it comes, either we can insert or we have to make it as a separate or continuing number. But we will see how we can do. Now we are in the Sutra Hodaha. I think I will send you this list. I will send you this list of sutras. I think I sent before.
Yes, sir. Long back, yeah.
Okay, anyway, this the PDF file I will send you. PDF file with the copy paste notes from the ashtadhyaya.com. It is there. I will send you that. You can see that, and you can add also whatever extra points which we saw in the class, that also can be added. I will update the notes. I'll give for some sutra, I'll give the English translation also. Now we will see Odaha. Odaha is the next one. Odaha. So Odaha, what the rule, first we have to know. Then accordingly, if you know the rule, then you know how to bring the Anuvritti, from where to bring. So Hodaha, the rule says Hakara will be changed to Dakara. When the change happens, the same condition as the Chogo Kubu. Padante Atava Jali Pare. Padante, Pada, from where you get Anuvritti, Pada from 8.1. From 8.1.16, Padasya, you can see 8.1.16, Padasya goes as Anuvritti up to 8.4.54. Padasya, that comes as Anuvritti. Padat doesn't come. Padat stops at 69 itself, 8.169. Padasya 8.4.54. So Padasya and Ante is Skoho Sanyogadyogo Antecha. So Padasya Ante Padante. So Padante is Padanta Hakarasya Sthane Dakaraha Adesha Bhavati. Hakara at the end of the Padam. What is Padam? Suttingantam Padam. Where it is located, 1.4.14. Suttingantam Padam. Padam is a Sanya Sutra. Sanya is in the first chapter, 1.4.14 Padam. When we say Padam, you have to remember those sutras together. Suttingantam Padam. Nahake Siticha Su Adishu Asarvanamastane Padam Echibham. Nahake Siticha we have not seen, not required now. When the context comes, we will see what it is. But Suptinganta Padam, Su Adishu Asaranamastane Padam, Echibham, that's important. 1.4. Remember. So Padante. So Padanta Hakara replaced by Takara, or Jali Pare. From where you get Jali, just go few sutras before, 8 to 26. Jalo Jali is there, where Jali comes as Anuvritti. It goes as Anuvritti up to 38. 38 is that one rule before 8 to 39 is Padanta. So 8 to 38, this is 8 to 38. That is Patoscha. And 8 to 39, Jalam. Up to this, Jali follows. And here 8 to 39, Jalam. Jalam becomes a Sthani, where the change happens. Okay, so 8 to 38. So Jali comes as Anuvritti. So either one of them is that, and Padanta, Hakara or Jali Pare, Hakara will be replaced by Dakara. Now we can see the explanation. 8 to 31. 8 to 31. Hodaha. Hodaha also Sandhi is sir. Aha daha. What is aha daha? Which is Istani? Hakara is Istani. And ho means what? O is equal to aha. So Shashti Vibhakti is aha. Pratipadikam is Hakara. Tasya sthane Dakaraha adesha bhavati. Dakara is what Vibhakti? It is 1-1. So understand, Hodaha is pure, that Hakara, that pure consonant. Hakara is the Pratipadikam, and the star and the Adesha, which is the Dakara only. Dakara has got the Akara for Ucharanartham. So Pratipadikam is da. Da is Dakara plus a. There, that Akara is Ucharanartham. Therefore, Dakara only. So Hakara is replaced by Dakara. You understand? Hodaha. Hodaha ho is aha. Hakarasya sthane Dakaraha adesha bhavati. But Panini Maharishi chooses to have pure consonant Hakara as a Pratipadikam for the sthani and Dakara with the verbal Akara for Ucharanartham as the Pratipadikam. That is his choice. Okay. So, therefore, Hodaha. Sometimes we don't see that, therefore we misunderstand. That's why I'm saying this. Haha is Shashti Ekavachanam. So Pratipadikam is Maruchabdavat Hakara only. Daha is Adesha. Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Daha. And Pratipadikam is Da. And Da is Dakara plus A. That A is Ucharanartha. Okay. So Shashti Vibhakti, Shashti Sthane Yoga. Remember the sutra. So Sthane Shashti. Shashti Vibhakti is Sthani Shashti. And Dakara is the Adesha. When Jali Pare, Jal letter follows. Jal letter, Jali is Saptami Vibhakti. Therefore, it refers to the Sthani which is preceding where the change happens. The change is the Adesha, that is Dakara replacement. Jali gives you the direction or the location where the Sthani is located by the Sutra Tasminiti Nirdishte Purvasya. Then Ante. Ante is Padante. Padasya with Ante Padante. So Padante Hakarasya, Padante Hakarasya Atava Jalipare Dakaraha Adeshaha Bhavati. That is the Sutrartha. Simple. So Padante Vidyamanasya Hakarasya Nityam Dakaraha Adeshaha Bhavati. Always Nityam. This is a must be done. Apadante Vidyamanasya Hakarasya Jali Pare Dakaraha Adesha Bhavati. Suppose if it is not a Padanta Hakara, then if Jal follows, then Dakara Adesha Bhavati. So if it is a Padanta, not that two conditions must be fulfilled. If any one of them is there, Dakara Adesha happens. Yata Madhulekh. Madhum Lihanti iti Madhulekh, referring to Madhu Lanibi. Iti asya Hakaranta Pullinga Shabdasya Tritiya Ekavachanasya Rupam. Madhulikh plus Bhyam. Bhyam is what pratyaya? Bhyam is it Sranavasthana pratyaya? Parvatiji. Sranavasthana or what? Or what pratyaya is that?
Asarvana.
It is not Sranavasthana, it is Asarvanavasthana pratyaya. Therefore, Asarvanavasthane pratyaye pare Angasya ka sanya bhavati.
So I could not hear properly. Some break is there.
Is break is there when I speak?
It's
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Yeah.
Little.
No,
Okay. No, is a break from the very beginning?
no, clear for me.
Okay. What about in Mundaka? Is it break was there?
No, Jake, it was clear only.
Just want to know. Okay. So
Yeah.
Bhyam is there. What is the sanya which the anga enjoys because of this Asarvanamastha?
Padam.
Padam.
Padal sanya. Suadishu Asarvanamastane Padam. It enjoys the Padasagnya as well, Pratipadika as well as Padasagnya. Therefore, Pratipadika related rules, Sutra, and the Pada related rules both can be applied. Whichever is applicable can apply. So, Madhulik plus Bhyam. So, after covering the rules, checking the possibility of the rules in the Sapada Saptada, I now enter into Tripadi. There, the condition is fulfilled. Hakara at the end of the Padam, and also happens to be followed by Bhyam, Bakara, which is a Jal. Therefore, Hakara se stane, Dakaraha, Adeshaha Bhavati. Okay, so both are fulfilled. One is enough for replacement, but both are there, so no problem. So replace it. Hakara is replaced by Dakara. That is Hodaha 8 to 31. Then down, if you see further, Jalam Jashonte we know. Padanta Jal will be replaced by Jash. Therefore, Dakara is replaced by Alpa Prana, Mridu Vyanjana, Dakara. So Madulit Bhyam, Madulit Bihi. This is how we get Madulit Bhyam, Madulit Bihi. This is one example. Another example, Gukh. Gukh is to cover, Samvarane, conceal, Gukh. Asya dhatoh pratyay prakriya iyam. We know the prakriya, so therefore I can explain this. Sutras, anyway, we are going to see sutras which are applied, but anyway, we are going to see, and we know the rules. We have seen in this Sandhi context all those rules. Sandhi, other context we have seen, not in Sandhi. Gukh plus ta pratyaya. Ta is what pratyaya? Nishta pratyaya. Ta tavatu nishta. Ta and tavatu has got the sanya nishta. This nishta, it is in third chapter, second section. Ta pratyaya. So now Gukh plus ta. This Gukh Hakara is not the Padanta Hakara. Therefore, that rule, that possibility is not there. But followed by what? Takara, which is a Jal. So Jal follows, therefore, Hakara can be replaced by Dakara. Hakara, not Padanta Hakara. It is Apadanta Hakara, but followed by Jal. Therefore, applying Hodaha, Jalipare, Hakara Setane, Dakaraha Adesha Bhavati. That is 8 to 31. Then if you see further down the sutra, 8 to 40, where we saw Takara or Thakara following Jash letter will be replaced by Dhakara, excepting for the Dhatu, Dha Dhatu. That's why Adha is there. That we'll see when we see that sutra 8 to 40. So here Takara is replaced by Dhakara. Therefore, Ta becomes Dha. So now good plus Dha. Now you can apply Shtutta Vidhi. You can apply Shtutta Vidhi. So Dhakara in contact with preceding contact with Dakara. So Dakara is replaced by Dakara good plus Dha. Tunashtuhu 8 for 41. You can see the rules 8 to 31 and then 8 to 40, 8 for 41. In succeeding order, we apply the rules. Then Dakara, now you can see good plus Da, Dakara followed by Dakara. So when Dakara is followed by Dakara, then this Dakara, that is the first Dakara, that will become Lopaha. Dode Lopaha. Dakaraha de pare Dakaraha Lopaha Bhavati. So Dakara followed by Dakara. Here it is 6-3-13. The rule is, 8-3-13. It is 8-3-13. We have come, the Tripadi, it seems to be violating the rule, but it is not violation. You will have the Dakara following with the Dakara only after applying this Shtutta Vidhi. Only after applying the Shtutta Vidhi, only you will have Dakara. Otherwise, you will not have this form. Therefore, it is located in, even though it is located before, that is applied. Remember, not only this, when Dakara followed by Dakara, Dakara vanishes, Lopaha Bhavati, then the preceding vowel gets Dirgatvam. Dralope Purvasya Dirgo Anaha. When Dakara or Repa Lopaka bhavati, then purva and a, I, u, any of this varna, if it is there, it will get dirghatvam. And that is located in Sapada Saptadhyaya. So, this is how the prakriya is. This is how you have to apply. Dakara lopaha happens only when dakara is there. That is number one. Therefore, after stunashtuhu, you have to apply. You have to apply dode lopaha. Second thing is when dakara becomes lopaha, purva and becomes dirgha. That is located in 63111. Therefore, you have to go to Sapada Saptadhyaya. Okay. Otherwise, okay, when will the sutra will have application? If you don't go before, either to Sapada Saptadhyaya or even the sutras preceding the sutra 8441 in the Asiddhatva Adhikara. That sutra will be redundant if it is not applied. Therefore, Vachana Samarthyat, you have to go before and apply. So, if you remember this prakriya, this is how it is applied, then you will not have a problem, you will get the rupa. Final rupa is Guda. Guda is that which is covered, which is concealed. So, Guda Manapravishtam, we saw in Kathopanishad, Gudaha from Gukh Dhatu. Okay, so this is another example. Similarly, other examples are there. Kashika Vritti says Hakarasya, Hakaradesha Bhavati, Jali Parta, Patantecha. Example, soda, sodum, sodavyam. This is from the dhatu, Sakh dhatu. Sakh plus Pratyaya or Prich Pratyaya, you get soda, sodum. Sakh plus Tavya, you get sodavyam. Where Sakara becomes so, that is by another rule. Then Voda, Vodum, Vodavyam, that is by Vakh, that is from the dhatu, Vakh dhatu. So you can list down all the Hakara ending dhatus. That is what the Sanskritam class we have seen in the Ta Pratyaya, the Bhuta Kritanta section. Hakara ending dhatus separately we have listed. The changes happening to Akara is common, therefore separately listed. And the forms, final forms are also similar. That's how we categorize in that in the Ta Pratyaya topic we have seen. This is only one change, what we know. Other changes are going to happen, that we will see one by one. It's going to come. And Siddhanta Kaumadi, in Pullinga Prakaranam, it says, Hasyas Sthane Dagasya Jali Padantecha. But it will look like a sutra. Hasya Dagasya Jali Padantecha. So, Algi Abhyaha Suti Si Apruttam Al. Tisu Lopaha. That sutra is not fully given here. Okay. So, it says, Padantat Hasya Daha Bhavati. So, he is going to derive the form of this lit. For that, he says, lit is from, what is lit? What is lit? Lit is not lit lakara. Lit is lik dhatu. Okay. Lik means madhulik. We saw madhulik, lik dhatu. That lik dhatu, pratama vibhakti ekavachanam, hakarantaha pullingaha, lik. In Siddhanta Kaumadi, this sutra is covered in Halanta Pullinga Prakaranam. Siddhanta Kaumadi, we have Sanya Prakaranam, Ajanta Prakaranam, Ajanta Pullinga, Halanta Napumsakalinga. So, topic wise, it is there. So, in Halanta Pullinga Prakaranam, this sutra is covered. That is why it is given Halanta Pullinga Prakaranam. There, the Halanta Shabda is Lik is a Shabda. What Shabda? Lik. We saw that Madhulik. Lik is a Shabda. The lik plus su. Pratama vibhakti ekavachanam su. And we know the su goes away. Even though I have not taught you that the sutra, the rule, I just simply said pratyaya whose content is only one lettered pratyaya following a hal will disappear. Do you remember that? that statement. One lettered
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
ekal pratyaya.
Ekal pratyaya.
That sutra 6168 I would have mentioned, but we will see the sutra when we see the Subanta section. That time we will see the sutra in detail, and that sutra has got other words. All those words are, I mean, when the context come, we will see one. What does it mean? Alaha alngi abhyaha dirgha sutisi aprukta hal pratyaya. That is, aprukta is one lettered pratyaya. Su is one lettered. What is the content of su? Sakara. So what I mean by su is pratama vibhakti ekavachana pratyaya. So likh plus su is ekal pratyaya, and it is hal. It should be a consonant. Okay. Following a hal. It follows likh. Pratipadikam is likh. So that will become lopaha. So what you get is only likh. Understand? Likh plus lig. Sorry, lig plus su will be lig. This is also the Rupa Siddhi we have seen. We have done that. We have done all these things before. Anyway, I'll type here, you can see lig plus su. Do you see my word file screen?
Yes, Jia.
So Sakara is ekal pratyaya. Therefore, since it follows the consonant halanta pratipadikam, so that this Sakara goes away. So what you get is lig. So now the lig has got a sanya, abasanya. So that which was pratipadikam now pratyaya lope pratyaya lakshanam. So when okay, all these things you can just keep it in mind. You will see those things later because our focus is not on that now. Some additional information come, additional sutra, that we will see when the context comes. But you know now what I mean. A simple understanding of what it is. So first one is the sakara goes away. Sakara goes away. When the sakara is this su is the pratyaya. Content is only one letter. One letter pratyaya following a hal will disappear. That is number one. Then when the pratyaya disappears, then what will happen to this pratipadikam? Will it continue to be pratipadikam? No. When pratyaya disappears, pratyaya lope, pratyaya lakshanam bhavati. Pratyaya lope, pratyaya lakshanam. When the pratyaya vanishes, whatever it has to do to the anga, it will do and then only it will go. Not just simply go. Otherwise, leg will continue to be pratipadikam. If it continues to be pratipadikam, then how can you use that in the language? It has to be a padam. So, pratyaya lope, when pratyaya vanishes, pratyaya lakshanam bhavati, angasya. So, anga will become now a padam. So, leg is a padam. When it is a padam, now hakara is at the end of the padam. Therefore, you can apply odaha. So, odaha, if you apply, it becomes dakara. You get dakara. Now you get lid. Now, what will happen after this? Lid is dakara, is a gel letter at the end of the padam. So just within number one, Jalam Jashote, that is, you're going to see that. Keep it 39, you apply, it becomes lid. Now, the form could be lid, and it is at the end, avasana. Therefore, avasane, char also possible. Therefore, akara is replaced by akara, char letter, and replace the jal at the end of the padam, at the end at the avasana, optionally. Therefore, lid or lit, you get. Understand this example?
Yes, Jia.
This, if any doubt is there, please ask. So, therefore, you get the form lit. That is what here Siddhanta Kaumudi says. Lit, lit. Then, Dvivachanam. Pratama Vibhakti Dvivachanam. Ligau, ligaha, ligam, ligau, ligaha. Then, liha, lit, vyayam. Tritya Vibhakti Dvivachanam. Lit, vyayam, lit, lihi, lihe, lit, vyayam, lit, ligaha. Ligaha, lit, vyayam, lit, ligaha. Ligaha, ligoho, ligam, lihi. Litsu, that you can see, litsu. It is litsu or litsu. The takara also comes. That one sutra is there. That we will have to teach you. That one more sutra. Option, it is optional. That we'll do it. When we do this, Tripadi, that time we will do. So 2 forms are there. Okay. That what is that? That one more sutra, optional form by which you get optional form. But we will see. The simple one. One agama comes. Therefore, tukahama. Therefore, you get litsu. Takara also is seen. Saptami vibhakti, Bhagavachanam. 2 forms are there. Okay, this is Odaha. Is it clear, Odaha?
Yes, dear.
Yes, Ji.
Okay. So, Odaha is done. Lagu Siddhanta Kaumudi, simple is. Okay. Asya Daha. Asya Daha means Asya Sthane Daha Adesha Syat. Jali Pradante Cha. And examples are same as the Siddhanta Kaumudi. Then the next one. Next one will be after this comes next one, which is there Dhatoho 8 to 32. 8 to 32. You can see the Sutrapata. The Sutrapata is Hara comes as Anuvritti. Comes as Anuvritti. Dadehe, it is Dhatoho. So Dhatoho is that important. You can note Dhatoho that goes as Anuvritti up to 38. So up to 38, the changes happening to Dhatus. Changes happening to Dhatus. Here in this sutra, Dhatu, Dadehe means Dakaraha Adihi Yasya Saha. It's a Bhagavati Samasa. Dakara is at the beginning of that, what Dhatu. So Dadehe is referring to the Dhatu which beginning with Dakara. Dakaradi Dhatu. It's only for Dakaradi Dhatu. Dhatu having Dakara at the beginning, like Dakh Dhatu, those Druk Dhatu, those Dhatus. So, okay, beginning is Dakara. What about the ending? Ending is Hakara. That is what comes as Anuvritti from the previous sutra. 8 to 31. Hodaha, Haha. So, Dakaradi and Hakaranta Dhatu. Dakaraha Adihi. Dakara is the Adi, the first letter of the Dhatu. And Hakara is the end of the Dhatu. In between a Varna could be there, vowel could be there, or Vyanjanam, more Vyanjanam could be there. So that is a condition. If this is the Dhatu, then Gaha Adesha Bhavati. Kutra Bhavati? Hakarasya Sthane. That is at the end of the Dhatu, where Hakara is there the replacement happens. So Sthane is Hakara and the Adesha is Gakara. So specific condition is given. What is the specific condition? For the Dhatu beginning with Dakara. This will happen. When does it happen? When it is followed by a jal or at the end of the padam. Dader, Dhato, Dakara. That is the next sutra. 8 to 33, 8 to 32. 30, then 31, done. Now 32. Dadehe. Dadehe Pratipadikam is Dadi. Dadihi. Dakaraha Adihi. So Dadi. Adihi, it's a Bhagavati Samasa. Samasa is, Vigraha is not given here. I think for some rules I have given you Samasa, Vigraha and all. That can be added in the document. Some Samasa Vigraha I will give. I will update the document also. So Dakaraha Adihi Yasya Dhatoho Hakarasya Antyasya Hakarasya Sthane Gakaraha Adeshaha Bhavati. So Jali comes as Anuvritti, Haha comes as Anuvritti, Ante, and Adhikara Padasya and Purvatra Siddham. So the vritti is Dakaradi Dhatoho Antima Hakarasya Padante and Pada at the end of the Padam. Padante is Saptami. Jal Varneva, then Jal follows, Jal letter follows, then Gakaraha Adesha Bhavati. But previously we said Hakara is replaced by Dakara. Now we are saying Hakara is replaced by Dakara. Therefore, what is this? It is a apavada. It is a specific apavada. Specific means the dhatu must be beginning with dakara. होटः इति अनेन हकारस्य स्थाने पदान्ते जलीपरे ढकारः विधीयते 31. परन्तु यदि सः हकारः हकारादिधातोः अवयवः अस्ति, should be an अवयव, part, अन्त्य अवयव, it should be the अवयव and the अवयव must be at the end. यदि हकारः हकारादिधातोः अन्त्य अवयवः अस्ति तर्हि तस्य पदान्ते जलीपरे डकारस्य डकार is a usual adesha, but now apavadattvena vartamana sutrena gakaraha adeshah bhavati. So dakara will not be adesha, dakara is the gakara is the adesha. Therefore, this is apavada to the preceding sutra 31. Para apavada sutra rupena vartate gakaraha adeshah. Example, dukh dhatu. Dukh dhatoho kvip pratyaya krite utpannasya pratipadikasya. See, when we do examples for this sutra, the example will involve other sutras. If we go and see the other sutras, then this will be lost. So it will go on and on. It's like a noodles. So we have to cut somewhere. So it's not possible to know all the sutras which are connected in deriving the form for the example given here. Not possible. So some information about those sutras can be given, but not in detail. Those sutras, when the topic is covered, then you will see. Because sutras in the Sutra Pata, they are interconnected. All the sutras have got the interdependency. Parasparam bhavayantaha only. They are not, separate. They are all connected. It is like Vedanta only. When you understand the whole, you will understand the individual. Only when you understand the individual, you will understand the whole. So it has got this catch-22 situation. Anyonya ashrayastvam is there. Sutra also has got that anyonya ashrayastvam. So therefore, when we see a particular sutra and the example, and the derivation will involve other sutras, that we will not focus much. We will just glance over that, not in detail. Here you can see pip pratyaya krite utpannasya pratipadikasya pratama purushe ekavachanasya prakriya iyam. Pip is a zero suffix. Pip is a zero suffix. Pakara goes away by what sutra? The pratyaya pip has got pakara. Goes away by alantyam. And E also goes away. Okay. Kakara goes away. Kakara is Lashakutadite. And V is there. The E also goes away by Upadeshe Ajunasik again. Now what is left out is Vakara is only left out. The content of the Pratya now is Vakara. What Sanya it will get? Pratya having only one letter. Aprukta. So if Vakara is the Aprukta, then Vakara also goes away. That is one more sutra. Is Vege Apruktasya Lopaha Bhavati. So Vakara also goes away. So what is the content? Content is nothing, zero. So zero suffix, zero pratyaya, zero suffix we say. Then why do we add this? What is the purpose of adding? This is what pratyaya? This is a krit pratyaya. Krit pratyaya added to dhatu. So what will happen? It will convert that into a pratipadikam by kritatita samasascha. So once from a dhatu we get a pratipadikam. The dhatu can be converted to a pratipadikam by adding the pip pratyaya, zero suffix. That is the utility. That is the utility of this pratyaya. The form being the same, the form of the pratipadikam being the same, but it is now enjoys the status of a pratipadikam. The dhatu enjoys the status of pratipadikam. That is the utility of adding the zero suffix. So it is not that without any purpose we are adding the pratyaya, zero suffix. Right? So now we can see duk plus quip pratyaya is added. And content of the pratyaya is vakara. all other words, they go away. Lopah bhavati. And vakara also go away by vehe apruktasya. Vakara lopah bhavati. Therefore, what is the pratipadikam now? Dukh only is a pratipadikam. Dukh is a dhatu and dukh is the pratipadikam. How it is pratipadikam? Because of the krit pratyaya. By sutra krit tatita samasasya pratipadikam, it gets a pratipadika sanya. And one more important thing here, it is a paribhasha to be noted. All these are connected to examples, okay? These are now connected to the example. Sutra is done. Sutra is dade dhatur gaha. Here in this example, other related information we need to know that we will try to see as much as possible. Another information is Pibantaha vijantaha cha pratipadikatvam na jahati datutvam api na munchati. Pibantaha datutvam na munchanti, na jahati. Pipanta, pip means pip. Pibanta means pip anta. This dukh is a pip anta pratipadikam. Derived from the dhatu dukh. It doesn't give up its dhatutvam. Remember, it doesn't give up its dhatutvam. Dhatutvam is there. The status of being a dhatu is there. Even though it's a pratipadikam, it doesn't give up its dhatutvam by this paribhasha. Iti anena siddhantena asya dhatu sanya api asti eva. We need to have the dhatu sanya. Then only you can apply the sutra. Dade dhatur gaha. They are talking about the dhatu which beginning with dakara. If dukh is a pratipadikam, then you cannot apply the sutra. Dukh must be enjoying the dhatu sanya also. So that it enjoys by this paribhasha. This paribhasha is not in the sutra. It is all these are outside the sutra pata. Kibantaha dhatutvam na jahati. The sutra is okay. Pratipadikatvam na jahati. Dhatutvam api na jahati. We need dhatutvam here. Therefore, I am only saying dhatutvam. So kvipanta shabdaha dhatutvam na jahati. So therefore, dukh continues to enjoy the dhatu status also. Therefore, this sutra can be applied because it is a dhatu. Therefore, what will happen? Dukh plus su. Prathama vibhakti ekavachanam. Dukh plus su. Su is ekal pratyaya. Therefore, su goes away and follows the hal. Therefore, it goes away. Halgi yabhyo dirgha sutisya praktam hal. By that, su pratyaya lopah bhavati. Then lope api pratyay lope pratyay lakshanam. I just mentioned now. Pratyay lope pratyay lakshanam. Su goes away, but it will give the padasanya to dukh. Dukh ityasya suptingantam padam iti sutrena padasanya bhavati. Now, dukh is a what? It is enjoys the dhatutvam also and padatvam also. It is a pada. So, dukh is hakara at the end of the padam. Dukh is also a dhatu. So, by this sutra, that dukh is a dhatu having dakara at the beginning and hakara at the end of the padam. So, both the conditions are fulfilled. Therefore, hakara at the end of the padam will be replaced by dakara, not by dakara, because apavada sutra will be applied. Because this is a dakara, the dhatu. So dhade dhatur gaha is applied. That is 8 to 32. Iti pradanta hakarasya sthane gakaraha adesha bhavati. Then by the sutra 8 to 37, which we are going to see, we have seen already the rule on the sutra. Ekacho basho bash yusantasya stvogo. By that sutra, what happens? This du becomes dhu. Dakara becoming dakara. Okay. Dakara becoming dakara. That we will see. The sutra we will see later. But you remember the rule? Ekacho basho bash pashakastane bash adesha bhavati just antasya stvoho. Remember that? That rule?
No, ji.
Okay, quickly I will say. Okay, the meaning of that, the sutra, that is the rule I will say. See, yeah, ekacha means one ach must be there. One ach is what does it mean? One ach? One vowel must be there. Okay, one vowel and one vowel, and it has, okay, I'll type here. One vowel must be there, and that must be ending with jash letter. That must be ending with a jash letter. Jash antasya, jash anta, one letter, the dhatu or the word, and it is having bash letter at the beginning. Remember. So this is how it will be. Bash at the beginning, jash at the end, and a vowel in between. Only one vowel, not more than that. Okay. Now in this example, you can see. In this example, do is the dakara is there. Dakara is bash or not? Bash, jabag, bash,
Yeah.
bash. And the vowel is akara is there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the last one is dakara is there. Because of
Yeah. Jash. Jash.
so jash antasya ekacha bashaha. This is the bash. This the place of bash. What will be the adesha? Adesha will be bash. That is the adesha. So bash will be replaced by bhash. So what will come in the place of dakara now? First we should know what is
Dhakara.
yeah.
Mahaprana.
Bash is ja ba. Take from ba ga da da ba ga da da. Okay. Then bash is jabhai, right? Then gha, then dha, then it is the mahaprana. The. So makara is there. That will be replaced by which letter? We have to select one among the four. Bash is the sthani will be replaced by the adesha bash, which you will take bakara, right?
Yeah.
So bakara. Therefore, here it is dakara.
Dakara is replaced by Dhakara.
If bakara is there, bha will be the replacement. If dakara is there, dhakara will be the replacement. Dakara is there, dha will be the replacement. Now what is there? Dakara. Therefore, what will the adesha? Dakara will come. So this dakara will be replaced by dakara. That is what the sutra says. Understand?
Yes, Ji. Yeah.
This is what ekacho basho bhash jash antasya. It must be a jash anta followed by su or dvo. That condition, leave it. That is not applicable in our example. That's why I'm not explaining that. If it is a jashanta or followed by dvoho, is that su or dva? All of you understand this, or you want to be explained again?
I can understand.
Yeah, okay for me.
So this sutra you will see, you will understand if you have some problem in understanding it now. See, forget about dvoho, not required now. Okay, you see this jash antasya. You see, this is a jashanta or not? Yes, jash is gakara is a jashanta. Then it must be ekach. U is there, therefore ekach. Then bashaha is there. Bash is this du. Du is the content, one of the content of bash. That is a sthani. That is replaced by bash mahaprana. So the sutra is, you can simply remember basho bash. Basho, because bash,
Yeah.
jash, so many things are there. Don't be confused by that. Okay. Sutra is very simple. Bashaha bash. That's the sutra. Bashaha bash sutra. We will call it as Bashaha bash sutra. He says bashtva vidhi. He says bashtva. Bashtve dakaraha. So Bashaha bash. Bashaha sthane bash adeshaha bhavati. If that ends with a jash letter. And it must have only one letter, one vowel. That is the rule. Therefore, here only one vowel is there, which is ukara. Therefore, the dakara is replaced by, that is bash letter is replaced by bash, mahaprana, dukh, you get. Now you apply jalam jashonte. Dakara is replaced by dakara, and by va avasane, you can replace that by chartva letter, which is dakara, which is kakara. So dukh or dukh, two forms you have got. So where is also this sutra application? It is in this step. In this step it is applied. After that you apply the subsequent sutras in the Tripadi, you get the final form. Even if you don't understand the sutras applied later, that is not a matter of worry, because those sutras are going to be covered later. After covering, if you come and see this example, I may not come and do the example, this example again, because this example is in this sutra. But in that sutra, when we see that, then that context, some example will be given, that we will see. But if you come and see, you will understand this. Okay. In case if you don't understand. Then next example you can see. Dakh dhatu. This is the dakara dhatu. Ending with dakara. So ta pratyaya. Ta pratyanta rupasya prakriya iyam. Ta is mishta pratyaya. So dakh plus ta. Dakh is a dhatu. Ta is a jal. Jali pare. Therefore, hodaha can be applied. Why don't you apply hodaha? No, the dhatu is dakara dhatu. Therefore, don't apply hodaha. Apply this sutra. Dhader dhatoho gha. By that, hakara will be replaced by gakara. So you get now dag plus dha. Dag plus dha you get. Now what will happen now? Sorry, dag plus ta you get. Then what will happen to takara? Takara, that is by the sutra, jashastatoho daha adaha. That's called Dattva Vidhi. We have seen that.
Yes, Ji, yeah.
Takara or takara follows a just letter. You need to know all these pratyahara. Okay. Bash, jash, all those things. Okay. Just letter. So just letter follows. Just letter, takara follows the just letter. So takara will be replaced by dakara. Daha is the adesha. So takarasya, remember, takarasya atava mahaprana. Takarasya stane dakaraha adeshaha bhavati. When this takara follows the jash, that is the sutra says, follows the jash letter. So here jash letter gakara is there and followed by takara. Therefore takara becoming dakara. You get dak plus dha. Okay. Now what will sutra will apply after this? You cannot apply jalam dashant because this is not a padam. This is not a padam. Continues to be a pradikam. Therefore you cannot apply it. Therefore you apply Shashtamiti number 2, where it says jalam jashi pare jash. Jal letter followed by jash letter. Then this jal letter will be replaced by jash. That is Jashtamiti number 2. So you get the form dagda. So dakh becomes dagda. Duk becomes dugda. That is how you get the form. Again, here, this 8453, 8240, those rules are going to come later. That we will see. But we know the rules. We know the rules. We have seen many contexts applying the Sandhi chart. So refer to that. Sutras we will see. The meaning of the sutra in the form of the rule that we know it very well. I assume that we know it very well. Jnatavyam, what is to be known? Atra hagadatoho iti tadanta vidhi asti. Ataha asya artaha hakaranta dhatoho iti bhavati. Tadanta vidhi, that's a paribhasha I'll explain later. Okay. That paribhasha is important actually. We will see. If possible, I will do it in the next class. Paribhasha. Tadanta vidhi, tadadi vidhi, some paribhasha vidhi. Because that you have to apply. When you write the vritti, or when you're understanding, you have to know that. So, antima karasya is karantasya padasya. So, tadanta vidhi is applied. Already, I think I have given some orientation to that. You will see the sutra. Yena vidhi tadantasya paribhasha itself you will see. Okay, so now hakara occurring at the end of the dakara dhatu replaced by kakara and at the padanta are then followed by jal letter. Kashika says Hakaradehe dhatoho hakarasya kakaradesha bhavati jali partah padante cha yatha dagdha. Dagdha, how do you get dagdha, the word dagdha? How do you get the word dagdha? You know it, you can say. Anybody? How do you get?
Pratyaya, Srilingam.
Trilinga Rupa.
Srilingam Rupa of Tha Pratyaya.
It is trich pratyaya. Dagdr. So rikara.
Oh.
It is rikara.
Oh,
Trich pratyaya.
Kartri.
It is trich pratyaya. Dagda means denoting the karta, the burner. I don't know. You can say burner. That which burns. Okay. That which burns. Dagda. If the person is a burner, they call dagda. Okay. So dag plus trich pratyaya. So here we are seeing pratyaya. You replace by trich. What do you get? Dagdri you will get, right? Replace takara. Sorry, replace ta, not takara. Replace ta by trich. Takara is it letter. Trich. So what you will get? Dagdr. Right? Yes or no?
Yes, Ji.
J. Yeah.
Dukaranta pratipadika. Then Dukaranta you decline like Kartri Shabda. Dagda, Dagdaro, Dagdara. Dagdaram, Dagdaro. Dagdr. Dagda, then Dagda, Dagdrutyam, like Kartri Shabda you have to decline. Suppose if it is Strilinga, then.
The three.
Very good. Dagdr you get, you add E. Dagdri you get. Now that is Srilinga, not Dagda is Srilinga. Okay. Dagda is not Srilinga. How can Dagda be Srilinga? Dagda is, see, understand, I think there's some confusion is there. Pratyaya, when you add, what you get is Dagda. What is the meaning of the word Dagda? Dagda. By the Nishta Pratyaya, Dagda, the form you get, Nishta Pratyaya, Ta Pratyaya, added to that, you get the form Dagda. What does it mean?
That which is burnt.
That which is burned. The object of burning is what denoted by the word Dagda. Now, if it is Strilinga, then what will you do? That which is burnt is, suppose if it is Strilinga. Kashta is wood, Kashta is Strilinga. Kashta is burnt. Then, how do you refer to it? What is Strilinga for it?
For this Dagdha Shabda, it will be Dagdha, right?
Dagda, that it will be Dagda. Okay.
Yeah.
If it is Ta Pratyaya, then Dagda, Akarantaha, Strilingaha, Dagda. Okay. But here, it is not Dagda, it is Dagdr. You will not give Strilinga form. Okay, Strilinga form always you have to get by adding the pratyaya. So Trich form is given here. Okay, here Dagda is Trich. You can take in the Strilinga also, but generally they will not mean that Strilinga here. It is for Strilinga, first you have to derive the form. Then only you add the Strilinga pratyaya to convert into Strilinga form, right? Here, in these examples in Kashika or any example, any book, they will give the form by adding the pratyaya, the first form. Strilinga is a second form. First, you have to get the form of the Pratipadikam, general form, and that can be converted to Strilinga by adding Strilinga pratyaya. That is not what meant here. Here, Dagda is, you have to take it as only Trish only. The Dr becomes Dagda. Okay.
Okay.
Then Dagdum. Dagdum, you know what it is. Dagdum is?
Yeah, Tuman.
How do you decline Dagdum?
Tuman Pratyaya, when we add
This is Avyayam.
It is Avyayam. It cannot be declined. By Krinme Jantaha, it is Avyayam. Swaradi Nipatam Avyayam Krinme Jantaha. It is in the first chapter, first section. Avyaya section, we will see. Avyayam is also another prakarana. Okay. Avyayam is of two types. One is the natural Avyaya, other one is derived Avyaya. derived indeclinables. By adding kridanta, you get avyaya. Swara vinipatam avyayam krin me jantaha. The krit pratyas ending with makara or ejanta, they are considered to be avyayam. So tuman is makara anta. Therefore it's avyayam. Avyayam therefore not declinable. Dagdum. Dagdavyam. Tavya pratyas.
Tavyat. Yeah, tavyat.
That
It can
should be
be.
burned. Okay. And he is giving another words. Kashtadak. Kashtam dagati iti kashtadak. Kashta is wood. So kashtam dagati, that which burns a wood, is kashtadak. Samasa. Upapada samasa. Dogda dogdum dogdavyam. Goduk. Go. What is goduk? Gam duhanti. Duk is here, it is duhanti. Duk, here it is duk dhatu. Dak is different, dug is different. Dug is to burn, dug is to milk. Gam duganti iti go dug. Go dug means milkman. You can decline. Go dug is a shabda. When you decline, you get go dug, go dughau, go dugaha iti. The form you get. Dadehe iti kim. This is how Kashika asks question and then answer. Leda, ledum, ledavyam, gudalit. Why dade dhatoho? Because in lex dhatu it doesn't apply. We apply dhatvam. We don't apply ghatvam. Therefore dadehe it is there. Dhatoho iti dadi samanadhikaranam etat na kim tarhi tad visheshanam avayava shashyantam dhatoho avayavaha yaha dadihi shabdaha tad avayavasya akarasya iti. So you say dadehe is dhatoho dadi. It is not samanadhikaranam. Here it is to be taken as the avayava of the dhatu. See, dadehe is panchami. Dhatoho is a panchami. Then it is not samanadhikaranya. It's not a qualifier. It is, you have to take it that takara to be the avayava of the dhatu. That is how you have to take it. That's what he says. Kim kritam bhavati adokityatra api gakaraha siddhaha bhavati. One sutra is adaha kit. Atra api gakaraha siddhaha bhavati. Katam dogda dogdimiti epedeshitvat bhavat. Okay, that point, that is not required. We have not seen. Vyapadesha. Vyapadeshivat bhava. Vyapadeshivat bhava. That you will see. We have not seen that what it is. So this is what Kashika Vriti. Then Siddhanta Kumri. Example is this Dhamaligyati. Dhamalit. Giving the example, Dhamalit. That is a negative example. That is Abhyatireka. Vyatireka example, Dhamalit. Anvaya example not given. Anyway, that is Siddhanta Kumri. Okay. So now you understand Dade Dhatu. The next sutra.
Yes.
The next sutra is optional. I mean, it gives optionality to the replacement of kakara for some dhatus, for 4 dhatus, not many, only 4 dhatus. Padruka, Muga, Shuga, Shneha. That we will see. We'll see that in the next class. Okay. So please go to the sutras. Then only you will understand. Felt out, you ask me in the next class. You need to do.
Yes, yeah.
You need to derive it. You need to understand by derivation. Then only things will be clear. All this information will be there, but it has to be available for your immediate application. For that, you need to do some practice, abhyasa. You need to have a very good memory. How this sutra comes, what sutra is applied. So that comes only by abhyasa. Otherwise, information, lot of information will come. Information. And here also, I have filtered certain things. Vyapadeshivat bhava and all, it is separate topic. That That is a bit advanced. And bit advanced means in Siddhanta Kaumadi it is talked about. It is there in the Sutra Pata itself. So all these things are not required in this context. When it comes, we will see. Okay, so we stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. If you want to read Kashika or Siddhanta Kaumadi, the second round is important. The first round you cannot read. First round, in fact, I am not interested in doing that, Siddhanta Kaumadi. Because in Siddhanta Kaumadi, it is only when you know you can understand that. So, Siddhanta Kaumadi takes into the account that consideration that you know it before the sutras. That's why some words you will use you may not understand. So you have to be familiar with those words, those examples. Therefore, that is second round. First round is general study of the sutras, what it means. Second round is Laghu Siddhanta Kaumadi. Or in the first round itself, you can do Laghu Siddhanta Kaumadi. Then you do Siddhanta Kaumadi. Directly to Siddhanta Kaumadi, it's difficult. You cannot directly go and read Mahabhashya. Mahabhashyakara will take many things for as granted. Because the Adhikari who reading Mahabhashya, definitely he must be knowing good Sanskritam. He must have the basic knowledge of Ashtadhyayi. So, therefore, he will refer to the sutras which are going to come, but for him it is known. So, therefore, it is too early to talk about those things which we don't know. That's why it is second round. Mahabhashya, the third round. Kashika is also another round. Padamanjari is there, another commentary. That also we refer. Sometimes when we get doubt with regard to the Rupa Siddhi, some doubts may be there. That time we refer to those commentaries. What do they say? How does this rule apply? Some commentaries, some hint or something would be given. That information will be useful. That's why we refer. Otherwise, we don't refer to it now at this stage. Okay. Thank you. Dhanyavadaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಶರಣ್ಜಿ.
धन्यवाद जी.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗಜಿ.